is a very famous photo because she would do that in front of people. One of the last uncontacted tribes in the world.
Joe Rogan's revelations are always baffling for the common man, and this time, he's pulling the curtain on the tribe that has been violating all the laws of physics for centuries.
And they came there from Africa, like 60,000 years ago?
How do they manage to survive and thrive in the remotest of regions with barely any resources?
You have a bed for Papa, Mama?
What does their life look like without modern technology and convenience? Let's find out what Joe has discovered about these fascinating tribal people. Maasai tribe. The first tribe on our list, the Maasai, is an extraordinary group from East Africa, primarily in Kenya and Tanzania. Known for their vibrant culture and resilience, the Maasai have captured the imagination of many, including Joe Rogan. Behind their colorful clothing and jewelry lies a history of survival against challenges like drought, disease, and land loss to European settlers. The Maasai migrated from North Africa in the 15th century, forging a strong bond with cattle, which symbolize wealth, status, and tradition. Despite being displaced to less fertile lands by 1911, they remain iconic, coexisting with wildlife in regions like the Masai Mara and Serengeti. Semi-nomadic, they depend on cattle for milk, blood, and meat, which contribute to their physical strength and tall stature. Their traditions include the Adamu, a jumping dance that symbolizes strength and maturity. This rite of passage for young men showcases their ability to leap nearly 3 feet high, earning respect and admiration. Scientists and visitors alike are fascinated by their natural strength and the cultural significance of their jumps, which connect deeply with their identity as warriors. Joe Rogan has marveled at their abilities, describing their leaping as almost mystical, a testament to their primal connection to life. Despite the challenges of modernization, the Maasai uphold their traditions with pride, embodying a culture of resilience and strength. Today, the Maasai have also emerged as guardians of one of the most biodiverse regions in the world. Living alongside iconic wildlife such as lions, elephants, and giraffes, they have become vital contributors to conservation efforts. Their traditional knowledge of the land, passed down through generations, allows them to manage natural resources sustainably, ensuring the delicate balance between humans and nature remains intact. Through their ecotourism initiatives, where visitors can experience authentic Maasai culture, the tribe not only generates income for their communities but also educates others about the importance of preserving the environment. These efforts not only safeguard their ancestral lands from overdevelopment and exploitation but also strengthen their cultural identity in the face of modern pressures. The Maasai remind us that coexistence with nature is not only possible but essential for the survival of all species, including our own. How do you think cultural traditions like the Maasai's Adamu reflect their way of life and values? Secrets of the Hadza tribe. While the Maasai are known for their warrior strength and connection to cattle, the Hadza tribe offers a striking contrast. As one of the last hunter-gatherer societies, they've thrived in Tanzania's savannas for thousands of years, relying on ancient skills and a profound connection to nature. Foraging, hunting, and gathering form the backbone of their harmonious lifestyle, with unmatched knowledge of plants and animals ensuring their survival. Hunting is central to their culture. Using handmade bows and arrows, Hadza men set out at dawn, their hunts blending patience and strategy. This practice strengthens community bonds and resilience. Equally daring are the women, who climb towering trees to harvest honey, an essential energy source despite the risks of aggressive bees. These rituals showcase the tribe's fearlessness and resourcefulness. However, modern pressures jeopardize their way of life. Agriculture and land encroachment have stripped them of 75% and 90% of their ancestral lands in the past 50 years. The Hadza's identity is at a crossroads, facing challenges as they adapt to survive. Their hunter-gatherer lifestyle, free from domesticated livestock or stored food, makes them vulnerable to these changes. One remarkable aspect of the Hadza is their relationship with nature. Their legendary ability to communicate with birds to locate honey underscores their deep respect for the environment. Their physical fitness, shaped by daily survival activities, continues to intrigue scientists, with studies suggesting unique gut microbes may contribute to their health despite the absence of modern diets or gyms. Tourism introduces new challenges. While it brings income, it risks commodifying their culture and traditions, raising ethical concerns about exploitation. Despite these tensions, the Hadza show incredible resilience, their determination offering hope as they navigate a rapidly changing world. As the Hadza adapt to an uncertain future, their wisdom about sustainable living holds lessons for humanity. Their deep ecological knowledge, cultivated over millennia, emphasizes the importance of balance and respect for natural resources. Unlike modern societies driven by consumption, the Hadza take only what they need, ensuring the land and its creatures continue to thrive. This sustainable approach to life, intertwined with their cultural values, has drawn the attention of environmentalists and anthropologists alike. The world stands to learn from the Hadza, whose traditions offer a glimpse into how humans can coexist with nature rather than dominate it. However, preserving this way of life requires urgent action, protecting their remaining lands, respecting their autonomy, and addressing the threats posed by globalization. In their fight for survival, the Hadza inspire a broader dialogue about the value of ancient cultures in a modern world. What can modern societies learn from the Hadza's deep respect for nature and their sustainable way of living? Guardians of the Amazon. While tribes like the Hadza and Maasai navigate challenges in a modernizing world, the Huaorani of the Amazon have fiercely resisted contact with the outside world. Numbering around 4,000, they speak a unique language unrelated to any other, underscoring their distinct cultural identity. Deeply connected to their land in Ecuador, the Huaorani have long defended their home from invaders. However, threats like logging, oil extraction, and agricultural expansion have forced dramatic changes to their lifestyle. Once nomadic hunters and gatherers, many now live in permanent settlements, a significant shift illustrating the pressures of modern encroachment. Despite these challenges, the Huaorani have chosen to reject integration into modern society, viewing the preservation of their traditions as vital to their identity. To the Huaorani, giving up their customs would mean losing who they are. Their struggle is not just about land, but about safeguarding a way of life that has endured for generations. This resilience highlights the importance of cultural preservation in the face of external pressures. The Huaorani's intimate knowledge of the Amazon rainforest is unparalleled, enabling them to survive and thrive in one of the most biodiverse yet challenging ecosystems on Earth. They possess extraordinary skills in identifying medicinal plants, tracking wildlife, and crafting tools from natural materials, all of which are integral to their daily lives. This deep connection to their environment is not only a testament to their adaptability, but also a reminder of humanity's intrinsic relationship with nature. However, as industrial interests continue to encroach on their territory, the Huaorani's ecological knowledge risks being lost. Protecting their way of life is not just a cultural imperative, it's a critical step in preserving the Amazon's fragile ecosystem, which benefits the entire planet. Do you think preserving traditions like those of the Huaorani is more important than adapting to modern progress?
While I was actually bow hunting, I found an actual arrowhead from some Native American tribe that they had left behind. And apparently they were like really common. Like people find them all the time. Because you think of the thousands of years that the indigenous people were here and all the different animals they shot with bows and arrows, they figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
So these people must know how to do it too. And if they have enough good stone to make, something flint or something similar to make the arrowheads, or maybe they're using something toxic, maybe they have some sort of toxic plant.
Dangerous cannibals of Papua New Guinea. While Amazonian tribes reject contact with the modern world, a tribe in Papua New Guinea takes a strikingly different approach, welcoming outsiders as potential meals. Nestled in this region, they challenge both social norms and the laws of physics with rituals of cannibalism deeply rooted in tradition. Unlike tribes like the Hadza or Huaorani, who balance their existence with nature, this tribe views death and life through a lens many find unsettling. Cannibalism here is not mere savagery, it is an act of honor. By consuming the deceased, they believe they prevent the indignity of decay and keep their loved ones' spirits alive within the community. This ritual affirms their connection to ancestors and redefines the concept of death as a continuation rather than an end. Cannibalism is rare and ritualistic, often occurring after conflicts to ward off evil spirits and affirm victory. Outsiders may view this as backward, but it embodies a spiritual belief central to their identity. Despite modern encroachments like deforestation and industrialization, these tribes fight to preserve their culture, resisting the pressures of globalization. As Joe Rogan discussed on his show, their limited practice of cannibalism mitigates risks like kuru, a disease linked to the consumption of human flesh. This balance reflects a resilience that allows them to navigate the thin line between tradition and survival in a changing world. The tribe's unique approach to life and death reveals a profound spiritual philosophy often misunderstood by outsiders. To them, cannibalism is not an act of violence but a sacred ritual that underscores the interconnectedness of their community. This practice ensures the departed remain part of the living, transcending the boundaries of mortality. However, their traditions face growing challenges as globalization and industrial activities encroach upon their territory. These pressures threaten not only their ancestral lands but also the delicate balance of their cultural practices. As debates about cultural preservation versus modernization intensify, this tribe stands as a reminder of the diverse ways humanity has adapted to life's mysteries and challenges across time. How can we better understand practices like ritual cannibalism in the context of culture and spirituality rather than through the lens of modern judgment? The indomitable Chukchi tribe. In the frozen heart of Siberia lies the Chukchi tribe, a resilient people who have thrived for centuries in one of the planet's harshest climates. Enduring freezing temperatures, they have mastered survival in this icy domain, commanding respect for their resourcefulness and tenacity. The Chukchi's history reveals their fierce independence. In the 1700s, the Russian army tried to subjugate them but abandoned their efforts after 40 years of costly failures. This resilience defines their identity as protectors of their land and culture. Their survival depends on hunting, with reindeer as a vital resource for food, clothing, and shelter. Skillful hunters, they navigate the snowy wilderness with expertise honed over generations. Spiritually, the Chukchi believe that their souls journey to the polar star after death. This profound connection to the cosmos influences their burial customs, which include placing possessions with the deceased for the afterlife. Their art, rituals, and storytelling reflect a deep bond with nature and the cycles of life. Efforts to preserve their heritage are underway as modern influences threaten their traditions. The Chukchi's determination to maintain their culture in a rapidly changing world highlights the enduring strength of indigenous peoples, reminding us of the wisdom rooted in ancient ways of life. Despite the challenges posed by climate change and industrial expansion, the Chukchi continue to embody a profound resilience that has kept their culture alive for centuries. Their close relationship with the land, the reindeer, and the harsh environment they inhabit remains central to their way of life. The Chukchi's knowledge of the land, passed down through generations, is not just practical but deeply spiritual, guiding them in navigating their frigid world with grace. Their commitment to maintaining traditional practices in the face of modern pressures reflects an ongoing struggle to protect not just their way of life but also the natural world that sustains it. As the Arctic region faces increasing threats, the Chukchi stand as guardians of a unique cultural heritage and environmental stewardship that the world desperately needs to preserve. What lessons can modern society learn from the Chukchi's ability to thrive in harmony with their harsh environment? The Pygmies of the Congo. In the heart of Africa's Congo Basin lives one of the most intriguing tribes in the world, the Pygmies, specifically the Mbuti people. Renowned for their resilience and adaptability, they navigate dense forests with unmatched skill, their small stature an evolutionary advantage rather than a limitation. Standing just over 4 feet tall on average, the Mbuti excel as hunters and gatherers, thriving in their natural habitat for thousands of years. Their expertise in crafting tools and hunting large animals underscores their strength and resourcefulness. However, Their way of life is increasingly endangered. Historically, pygmy tribes have faced violence, including attacks from cannibalistic groups. Their small size has made them vulnerable targets, creating a chilling narrative of survival. Explorers like Forrest Galante have documented their lives, highlighting the precarious balance between survival and extinction. Many speculate that entire tribes may have vanished due to these threats, raising pressing concerns about their future. Despite this dark history, the pygmies remain a testament to human adaptability and perseverance. With nearly 1 million individuals across Central Africa, their story is both tragic and inspiring. These tribes urgently need protection to preserve their unique culture and extraordinary way of life. The Mbuti's deep connection to the forest goes beyond survival. It's a sacred relationship, woven into every aspect of their culture. Their songs, rituals, and stories revolve around the forest, viewing it as both a spiritual and physical provider. Yet, as deforestation and encroaching development threaten the Congo Basin, the Mbuti's traditional way of life is at risk of disappearing. Their ability to live in harmony with one of the most biodiverse ecosystems on Earth holds invaluable lessons about sustainability and respect for nature. Efforts to protect the Congo's rainforests, and by extension the Mbuti people, are vital not only for preserving a unique culture but also for safeguarding an irreplaceable natural treasure that is crucial to global environmental health. What steps can be taken to ensure the survival and cultural preservation of the pygmies in a rapidly modernizing world? The Sentinelese. The Sentinelese, one of the world's most isolated and enigmatic tribes, have fiercely maintained their independence on North Sentinel Island in the Indian Ocean. This island, part of the Andaman Chain, is roughly the size of Manhattan and remains untouched by modern society. Known for their hostile reception to outsiders, the Sentinelese protect their land with unmatched determination, even killing intruders who attempt contact. In 2018, missionary John Allen Chow was killed by the tribe during an illegal visit, highlighting the dangers of interaction. Contact poses existential risks for the Sentinelese, as introduced diseases like the flu could devastate their unexposed immune systems. Previous encounters, such as those initiated by British colonizers, led to deadly outbreaks and reinforced their hostility toward outsiders. Little is known about the Sentinelese, not even their name for themselves. Observations from a distance reveal a nomadic hunter-gatherer lifestyle. They fish, hunt, and use metal salvaged from shipwrecks to craft tools and weapons. Their houses range from large communal huts to temporary beach shelters, and their attire consists of simple fiber ornaments. The Sentinelese are not Stone Age relics, but a dynamic society that has adapted to changing conditions over thousands of years. Reports suggest they are healthy, with visible signs of thriving, such as many children and pregnant women. Their resilience gained attention in 2004, after the Asian tsunami, when a tribesman famously shot arrows at a helicopter surveying their island. Historical attempts to contact the Sentinelese, such as British officer M.V. Portman's 19th-century expeditions, caused immense harm. Abductions and exposure to diseases led to sickness and death, likely contributing to the tribe's enduring hostility. Later, Indian government efforts in the 1970s and 1980s, involving gift offerings, yielded mixed responses, sometimes gestures of curiosity, other times aggression. Today, the Indian government enforces strict laws to protect the Sentinelese. North Sentinel is off-limits, and the Coast Guard patrols a buffer zone around the island. This isolation remains the tribe's best defense, ensuring their survival and autonomy in an increasingly interconnected world. The Sentinelese's isolation serves as both a shield and a profound statement about the sovereignty of indigenous cultures. Their rejection of outside contact highlights the complexity of human interaction with modernity and the dangers of cultural imperialism. Their way of life, untouched by the influences of globalization, is a testament to the resilience of a society that has existed for thousands of years without external interference. However, as climate change and rising sea levels threaten the region, the Sentinelese face new challenges that could jeopardize their survival. While their continued isolation is crucial for their protection, the broader world must also respect their autonomy. ensuring that their culture is preserved without the encroachment of modern diseases or destructive interventions. The story of the Sentinelese is a poignant reminder that there are still places on Earth where humanity's reach has not fully extended, offering a glimpse into a way of life that continues to resist the tide of history. What lessons can modern societies learn from the Sentinelese about the value of self-determination and living in harmony with nature? Thanks for watching another episode. While you are still here, make sure to click the video on your screen for more quality content.